the July 2021 Business Energy Reading. If you don't know me or you're new to my channel, my name is Archield. I'm an intuitive business coach, and I love working with spiritually and socially conscious entrepreneurs to make more, work less, so that together we can change the world by shifting the socioeconomic paradigm. So I want to get into it, but I want to give some information out first. Are you with me? All right, so July, what came to me is this is a time for all of us to really go deep. We want to take this moment and really go to the things that matter, the things that are most concrete, the things that are the foundational for our businesses. And we need to go deep on these so we can get the concentrated, most potent parts ready for those that we serve, our divine right clients. So July, just overall, make sure you're going as deep as possible, pulling out these little nuggets of wisdom and serving them up for your clients. Now, there's a couple other things happening in July. Of course, we have our new moon coming up. We got our new moon in Cancer coming up July 9th. We're already in Cancer season. And then on the 23rd, I want to make sure, no, 22nd, I want to talk about that first. The sun moves into Leo. And then the next day, we have our full moon in Aquarius. So a lot going on this month that way. And then we have a couple other events. I wrote them down so we get the dates right. We've got July 15th, we've got Chiron going into retrograde, right? And it goes direct on August 1st. But during that period, right, I really want you to focus on self-care, right? Some emotional stuff could be coming up for you. You're going to want to look to see where your Chiron is. That's going to really help you. If you know where it is in your natal chart, it's going to really help you know what kind of emotional things could be coming up, and therefore what kind of self-care you perform. But this is also a beautiful time to get into a self-care routine. All right, and also, speaking of self-care and routines, July 21st, so this is right before we go into Leo, right? July 21st, Venus enters Virgo, all right? So during this time, love stuff obviously could come up. But we're here about business, so I'm going to talk about money. So money is going to seem more practical. Like, you're going to want to do very practical things with your money at this time, while also being, Virgo really loves to help everyone. So also being very altruistic with your money. So look for those opportunities as well. How can your business be more altruistic? With the money you take in, you might want, if you're not already doing this, you might want to say whatever you're launching at that time, or and this would be great for you to investigate before the 21st rolls around. But whatever you're maybe planning to launch or do, connect that with some kind of charity so that people know part of those proceeds when they purchase this program or course or coaching or training or service from you, part of it's going to be going to a specific charity. And you're thinking, well, why? There's a couple other astrological things going on too, like Jupiter's already retrograde this entire month, but it is going to go retrograde into Pisces. And so that's also going to make you want to feel a little bit, and that's a little later, that's like the 28th. So I think I got that right. So that's really going to make you want to kind of reimagine how things are going on in the world, and really want to look at opportunities to work with social causes again, right? So that's why I think it's a beautiful pairing to have Venus going into Virgo at that same period of time too, where you're wanting to be more altruistic with your money anyway. It just might be by the time the end of July rolls around, you're also going to want to be boots on the ground with something. Okay, so with all of that astrological overlay for July, let's get into the reading, right? All right, so we have got 3 decks to choose from. Deck 1, Deck 2, and Deck 3. Again, Deck 1, Deck 2, and Deck 3. What you want to do is go ahead, pause the video. You might want to meditate, get focused, and choose your deck. Once you have picked one of the number, deck 1, 2, or 3, you can go down the description and fast forward just to that deck, or you can go to the first comment and do so as well. All right, see you shortly. All right, deck choosers number 1. This is your business energy reading for July 2021. And for those of you who are new to me, I always have to say this at the beginning, but those of you who are new to me, know that I build the decks as we go. So I'll be pulling from different sides. I have tarot decks, I have oracle decks, I'll be pulling, but you know what? This is the card you've been waiting for. And this card is, and this is going to be kind of like this overriding theme for deck choosers number 1. It is abundance. Harmonize your thinking with exactly what you desire to attract, and then the universe will deliver abundance. Right? So this is all really about digging into law of attraction for yourself. Law of attraction for your business. The biggest part of the law of attraction is knowing what you want. You know, and if you don't know what you want, it's really hard for anyone, divine or not, to deliver for you. So make sure you really know what kind of abundance that you're looking for during July and be very crystal clear about it. Okay? And the other thing I would say also, I love how it says here on the card, harmonize your thinking, right? So you know what you want. And even more important is to feel the feeling of what you want, like after you already have it. What will it be for you? How does that exactly feel? And that's really going to help you move forward in July. So we'll keep this one over here. We'll start picking up some other things and seeing what else is in store for you. I feel like the fairies want to say something. So we're going to get that deck out for you and see what the Fae have in mind for deck choosers number 1. Let's see if I can shuffle a little bit better. Here we go. Sometimes my shuffle's a little bit off. Let's see what else we've got here for deck choosers number 1. What does the Fae have to say? Let's see. What do we got here? Okay. Feeling safe. This is really interesting in accordance with abundance. Feeling safe. Why is that so interesting to me? It's because a lot of times when we talk about attracting money into our lives or into our businesses, it doesn't feel safe. So I'm going to challenge you, and please, if you want to, I'd love to see something in the comments. What are some of the reasons or some of the things you've already overcome, right? Those things come up again as like crazy cousins, right? Where you didn't feel safe to have money, where it didn't feel safe to make lots of money or have the kind of abundance that you're looking for, or maybe it didn't even feel safe to even speak about it, right? You want to cover all those things, whether you journal, again, love for you to share in the comments, because it will encourage others to recognize the unspoken in their own lives, right? But feeling safe. Let's see what else we've got here. And also it might be that even the potent pieces, like I said earlier, we want to grab our most potent pieces and share those with who we serve in July. And sometimes it doesn't feel safe to even bring up those potent pieces. So in so many ways, you've got to start to uncover the reason you feel resistance sometimes around things is sometimes you just don't feel safe. And then why is that? And of course, moving further, is it ultimately true? Spoiler alert, it's not. Okay, so chances are 99% of the time it is not. Okay, so also to help you out with this, we got the face saying detox. So detoxification. So sometimes it's around food, sometimes it's around your body. Of course, you know, we're talking later in the month about some self-care, right? And if you missed that, that was in the earlier part for everybody. So make sure that you have the most clean and wonderful, nourishing, uplifting environment around you. So it's not just, you know, a lot of people, of course, this is showing in a bath. Baths are great. But sometimes it means detoxing, decluttering your mind, the ideas floating around you. All of those things need to be detoxed as well. So it's not just not just your physical environment, not just what you're eating, but the idea is pouring into your awareness all day, every day. Sometimes it means we've got to turn off the news or shut down listening to someone we've been following, or laying low from a friend or a family member for a while. It's all sorts of detoxification, because let me tell you something, sometimes things don't feel safe because we have toxic people around us saying that we can't do something, or that you shouldn't be talking about that, all of those things, right? And we're here to stand loud and proud and really lift up in the air so that the people we're called to serve can see us. And you can't be visible if you don't feel safe, and if you allow toxic people to keep sowing into you. All right, so, wow, that was a lot that came out there. Let's see what else we have here. I feel like another oracle pull here. What else do we have here for deck choosers number 1? And then I'm going to get into some steps, right? I always love steps, but I feel like we've got at least another one, if not more cards that we need to look at on the oracle side. We might bounce back to it. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. We've got a couple. We've got, for those of you into numerology, card number 52, the Violet Flame. And we also have card number 56, Vulnerability. Wow, yeah, there's a lot going on here. So this is interesting, feeling safe in vulnerability. Got to be vulnerable. Got to be vulnerable. Sometimes it's really difficult. Gosh, I remember being terrified. Family, friends would find out I was doing tarot and astrology, and I would be banished. No one would speak to me again. I lived through those fears. And then one day I was doing stuff for my clients privately, right? And then one day I decided to make the videos public. And nothing happened. The world did not end. And so it's allowed me to be more visible and to really share this part of what I do with my business with others. And so I want that for you too. So it's okay to be vulnerable. And I know it can be painful because it doesn't feel safe. But let me tell you, it's going to be okay. Okay, so that's like the main thing, like that jumped when that came out. And the Violet Flame, I love this. Sometimes it's just really good, especially with the violet flame, to let that flow through you. So if you've ever done meditation, which I'm assuming most of you watching this have, right? If you've ever done meditation, you can meditate with different colors. I used to meditate with candles, just like literally staring at the flame. But one of the most powerful meditations I did was a Violet Flame meditation. You can look here on YouTube and find some if you want something more guided. But literally, I step into the Violet Flame and let it consume me and work through me. And see what other messages come in. I think there's going to be something there for you about going deeper. Again, kind of the overriding theme I got this month is we have to go deeper and give the most potent, concentrated bits and serve them back up to our clients this month. And I think that's what's going to happen as you step into the Violet Flame, right? Not only does that detoxification happen when you do that, and you start to I love thinking of it like the phoenix rising, right? It goes down to ashes. Everything burns away except for what's most powerful and most potent, and that rises back up out of the ashes. And that's essentially what's happening with you this month. So I love these cards so far. Let's get some steps, because there's some powerful stuff going on here. Powerful. And all in pursuit of abundance. So remember, abundance is, most people think of abundance as money. Abundance could be anything. Anything that you choose that you want to be abundant. Now, I'm going to say right now, if you're not sure what you want that to be, you can work with your natal Jupiter, right? Wherever it's located, you can look at, some of its aspects as well. If you don't know, if all of a sudden I just start saying wonk, 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 hit me up in the comments, ask some questions. I will do my best to help you. But you can look at where it is and what it's aspecting to see what you can really expand. Okay. All right. And so if you're like, I don't want to ever hear you say, I can't use more money. Yes, you can. Because the more money you have, the more overflow you have, the easier it is to shift the socioeconomic paradigm. But there might be some other places you would like to seek abundance to. And like I said, where your Jupiter's in your chart and some of the things that's aspecting could be used because that natural energy is already there. I'm always about being an effervescent flow, right? The effervescent magic of flow, it really is. All right. So, that teaser someone, let's see some stats for you guys. Okay, these are the first 3 steps, and we'll get some more. I've got the Knight of Swords upright, Judgment reversed, and the 2 of Swords upright. Okay. So the Knight of Swords, I love the Knight of Swords because they kind of like charge into battle. So sometimes I really like that imagery. And I think this kind of, you feel like things will be a battle, right? I gave that example earlier as I transitioned from having all my pick a deck videos and stuff like that private to starting to make them public. I was geared up for battle, right? And so this is what I'm seeing here. It's like you're geared up for battle. You don't have to worry about it. And then we've got Judgment reversed, right? You're geared up for battle because you think you're going to be judged. I feel like this is just same message over and over again in this reading, but it's really important that you get it. And you're not going to be judged. I mean, it's just at a very face value. There's so many things this card could mean, but you always read your tarot cards in context of everything else that's coming up in the reading. And it's like you're geared up for battle. You're worried about being judged. You're not going to be judged. So you really have to look at, and here with the 2 of Swords, it's about trust. Trust that the universe has your back. Trust that the things that are happening are for your good. And when you can trust in those things, abundance is not far away. Right? Abundance is not far away. Let's see what other steps we have here for deck choosers number 1 and the other steps we have here. So it looks like, yeah, you're geared for battle, but don't worry, judgment is not there. You gotta trust, guys. That's the main step here. It's about trust. Any other steps for deck choosers number 1? Yes. Okay. Ooh. Lost my card. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Yeah, you've got to trust. You don't have everything pouring in at you, nor do you need to be sending things out to people. There's a lot of energy. And sometimes when I look at the 8 of Wands, especially this card, but it hits me with a lot of fighting energy. I am starting to wonder where Mars is in your chart. Or there's this feeling of like going to battle, fighting, and making sure that you're going to be okay. The personal attacks aren't going to come the way that you think they are. Let me get some more clarity on this. What's going on here? Personal attacks are not coming the way you think. We're going to get some more clarity here for you. And what else do we have here for deck choosers number 1? I want some clarity on this 8 of Wands here. What else we got for you, deck choosers? There we go. Lovely. Okay, for those of you in numerology, this is card number 22. 22. It is sacred journey, life cycles, family transformation. Oh, yeah. So not only is this a period where you are evolving, your business is evolving too, right? That's where that digging deep, bringing out the most potent little nuggets of wisdom that come out. And so it can feel like assault, we're under attack, right? But it is a sacred journey. This is just part of the normal evolution, right? And transformation. And those people that are family by birth or are family by choice, they may not understand all of those things that are going on right now. They might not understand the moves that you're making, but it's okay. It's not for them. It's for you, deck chooser someone. It's for you, LOVEBUG. It's for you, not for them. So I really do encourage you to have faith. Have faith. Things happen a certain way for a reason. I'm not saying that they're going to suddenly become your cheerleaders. They probably aren't. Chances are they're just not going to do anything. Nada. Right? A couple may say a few things to you. Okay. But just know it's not for them. And they don't have to understand, and you don't need their permission. You just go forth and do the thing that you need to do. And for some of you, you've gotten so far in your business and you're feeling yourself hitting a ceiling. This is probably the ceiling that you're hitting. Okay? And so you're going to have to break through, gain more visibility, go deeper, share more parts of your process, your knowledge, more parts of who you are, so that you can form a better connection, a better bond with people that you're called to serve. All right. Anything else? I think there's a few other things. Okay, I saw you first. All right. Here we go. Got, I told you there might be some more oracle stuff going on. I warned you. All right, so let's see what else we've got here. Deck choosers number 1. What else do we have? Y'all got told over and over again. Detox, clear up. Use the violet flame, right? You're going to have to be vulnerable. You will be safe if you think you will be safe. A lot of it's so much about thoughts. A lot about doing better in business is all about thoughts. The thoughts you think become beliefs. And those beliefs, woo, they have such a hold on us. So, think different thoughts, get other beliefs, and go. Okay. Of course we did that. This is North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. Right? That's really what we're talking about here. You don't have to be armed for battle. But stepping out of your comfort zone, it does feel like you might need to put on just a bit of Kevlar. I get it. But you don't. And even if you do, right? Even if you feel like, well, I still want to gear up. Step out of your comfort zone anyway. Don't let anything stop you from stepping out of your comfort zone and really sharing what you have. You will find that your business really explodes because you are being more authentic. You're doing the things you need to do. And for some of you, it's not just your message that needs to change here. Right? You might be that percentage where it's like, I need to do everything myself. And stepping out of your comfort zone is letting go and delegating things to other people, bringing people on board. Right? That can be pretty scary and pretty vulnerable too. Right? It's all of those things. So what is the next big step for you? What is that thing that's going to take you to that next income or abundance leap? Right? That is where you have to step out of your comfort zone, wherever that is. If you need help, I'm here. Hit me up in the comments, DM me on social media. You know how to find me. Okay, let's go ahead and get your mantra for the month. Let's get your mantra. Deck choosers number 1. What is your mantra? Interesting, interesting. Relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. Relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. Want to screenshot that? Go ahead. Because this is something you should be putting up around your home, around your office, wherever you can see it, because this is where this month you might have some challenges coming up in relationships. You just need to know this is for my growth, right? This is for my optimal growth and healing. There's things to learn there. And what a beautiful month for that to happen, whereas this month is mostly in Cancer. And so you have that time to use your sixth sense and really go deep with people and really do a lot of growing, a lot of healing, right? We have that Chiron going into retrograde later. So a lot of emotional stuff's going to come up in combination with, the Cancer energy. So beautiful, beautiful card. Relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. All right, deck choosers number 1. This was your business energy reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing your comments below and responding to them. And with that, I say peace, joy, love to you. Deck choosers number 2. This is your July 2021 business energy reading. I am so excited. Let's see. Isn't this cute? Isn't this stone cute? I wish I could remember what it was, but it feels really good. And I know this is the card you've been waiting on, right? It is Aura, right? Aura. So this is like the overriding card for you for July. A healthy aura keeps your energy in balance and harmony. A healthy aura keeps your energy in balance and harmony. So this is really about balance. This is really about doing those energetic things that need to be done, not just for you personally, but for your business as well. So that's going to be a really big part of this. If you have never tapped into the soul of your business, that's something that you're going to want to do. The big thing I'm getting here just off this aura card is keeping your business aura healthy by doing that. Just like you have a council really supporting you, so does your business, and you need to be engaged with both. So do those energetic things that need to be done. And if I just said blah, 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 hit me up in the comments, send me a DM. I want to make sure that you get this piece so that you can really thrive during July. All right. And if this is your first time with me, I do build the deck as I go. So I have tarot cards on this side. Oracle cards on this side, tarot cards on this side. And we, my loves, are going to get to it. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Let's go here first. Let's look at what this deck has to say to us. It's a Moonology deck. Let's see what's being said here for deck choosers number 2. And it is balance, spiritual, and practical. Is that not what we just said? Balancing the spiritual and the practical, right? Full moon in Pisces. And it's so important. Remember I said you got to get your aura in order. We've got to take the practical steps that we were led to do. All those things, balancing the spiritual and the practical, and it's something that I really push for. And a lot of times that means letting things fall away, which is why I love that this is the full moon in Pisces. But bringing those two into balance your life. It doesn't mean that it's 50-50. That is not balance. There's all sorts of balance, and balance is different for everyone. But it's important, what I always say is to integrate the two together, because that just makes you feel more fulfilled, and it helps your business thrive without you working yourself to the bone. So I love those two to start off this reading. That is beautiful. What else? Let's see what we got here. I'm feeling this. see what else we got. Oh, really? Okay. I already know the next one after we get done with this one. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Deck Choosers number 2, July 2021. Oh, interesting. Anything else? You're like, ooh, what was so interesting? I know that's what you're wondering. I'll explain why it's so interesting to me in a minute. So the first card that kind of came out was fear. So this came up in, deck 1. It came up in deck 1 as well about fear. So there's going to be a lot coming to the surface. Remember I talked about emotional wounds? That usually has a lot to do with different fears that we have. So those things are coming up in July, and here they are. We also have certain fears around our business. So that we'll probably see. I'll get a little bit more definition on that one. Then transience. Transience. Just really... Okay, so I need to talk about the vibe I'm getting off the card. Take the time. Remember I said, you need to tap in the soul of your business. You need to talk to that counsel, the counsel for your business, your spiritual counsel. And, you can talk to your practical 3D one too, but our spiritual counsel, you're going to get a lot of information. I feel like a lot of information is going to be coming in for you, for your business, for yourself personally this month. And of course, you're going to want to act on that information. So remember, at the beginning of this, for everyone, it's about the golden nuggets. And I just feel that coming through for you from these places. I want to get a little bit more on this, but before I do, I've got to do this card. This might be the reason why. There's an archetype that's waiting here for you. So I want to get to that archetype card before it becomes the undoing of me. Okay, for deck choosers number 2. It's an archetype that's going to be of support to you this month, and I think we just had it jump. It is Prince. Prince is going to be supporting you. Okay. And Prince is romantic charm and potential for power. That's a light attribute. The shadow attribute is using power for self-aggrandizement. So it's being mindful, like there's going to be coming some real huge downloads, right? Big downloads. So you need to be careful of how do you use them. What I like to tell people is when things come, it's never a power over or under. It's a sharing of information. So if you always keep with, I'm sharing information, this isn't for me to hold power over people. It's not necessarily for me to stand in judgment or any of those things, but really for me to share information so everyone rises, you're in a good place and you're doing the things the Prince needs to be doing. So it's a potential for power, but not power for power's sake to use power over, right? So that's what like the combination here is reminding me of. Okay, but I do need to get a little bit more information about fear. Remember the fear card? We need to get a little bit of information more about fear. So who's going to help me out with that? Okay. We're going to go over here to Tarot. Get a little bit more about that. It's almost like I'm starting to feel like it's some of the things that might be coming up that might give you some pause about sharing them. And then it's like, whatever you download, make sure to share. Because it's like hoarding, but might be a fear around sharing them, might be a fear around judgment or something. I just want to get a little bit more about this for you. That was a lot that's just me being in my little zone here. Let's see what else we got. Okay. All right, so here we go. Just getting a little bit more about that fear card. We've got the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups reversed. Very interesting. So with the 5 of the 5 of Cups coming up, we already know there's a lot of emotions that are running. We're in Cancer season. That's emotions right there, right? And we know that our emotions, we know that toward the end of this month, there's going to be some uncomfortable things popping up, right, for us. And here we've also got a lot of Scorpio energy. So there's some movement there for transformation, right? But we've got to go deep with it. And the Five of Cups is kind of, I always think of the Fives as kind of that in-between spot. It can be almost internal, sometimes external, but turmoil nonetheless. And sometimes we're just not seeing the way out. We're too caught up over what's happened, and we're not seeing what could be. And so I really want you to look at what could be, right? When these things that kind of bubble up emotionally, because the one thing I want you to remember is what's coming up for you starts to mirror out in your business. So whatever that fear is that's popping, right, and the emotions that you have around it, it's going to start popping in your business too. It's going to mirror out usually in really funky ways, which is why you want to work through these things. Like, you want to witness this fear emotion. You know, it's like, I remember, I think there's a book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, or See the Fear and Do It Anyway. You want to witness it and you want to move forward. I always say, tell fear to get in the back seat, or tell overwhelm to get in the back seat. It's like, I see you, I hear you, I understand you're trying to protect me, but I need to move forward, right? But sometimes when it's some deep, sensitive, emotional stuff, it's hard to move forward with, but feel it, look at it, witness it, do the things you need to do to move through. And then we had the Four of Pentacles. So this has to do with the foundations of your business. Well, your own kind of financial foundations, but, you know, the foundations of your business. So you are going to want to take a look at it. And it might be, like I said, there's fear about the downloads. This might be that there's this point of change, point of pivot, point of getting out of the rut that's coming up in your business, right? That's going to change your foundations. That's going to bring up all these funky fears, right, that you're going to have to deal with so you can move forward. All right, so this is starting to make sense to me. And then we've got the Nine of Cups reverse. What I typically like about nines is a lot of wisdom has come. And you're starting to have more control, whatever control is for that thing. The Nine of Cups here is reversed. And again, this is usually about emotions, intuitions. That's what cups usually engender. And the main thing I'm seeing here is there's a certain knowingness. Okay, go down and think about this in Cancerian terms. To me, Cancer is the most psychic of all the signs, right? Kind of that sixth sense, that the way that a mother just knows, that kind of thing is all kind of wrapped around Cancer. And so, whereas we've been talking about emotions running high and fears, this to me is really talking more about that intuition and developing it. There's an interesting thing about when you start to develop your own intuition personally, right? You understand what's happening, what's coming, and the intuitively, right? Instinctively the right thing to do. Well, those instincts, that muscle, that intuition also has to be built for your business so that you know when things are coming or when something isn't quite right and to investigate further. And this is reminding you to keep working on that during July, right? Keep working on it. Sometimes it's almost as if you don't want to know, right? It's better not to know. It's kind of like when it's something we don't want to see. It's like, la, 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 right? And this is saying, no, you have this intuitive hit, you need to investigate. You had this intuitive hit, you need to really open your eyes and see what's going on. Because if you keep ignoring those intuitive hits, they'll go away. They're like, okay, not useful. So don't get caught up in your fear about not wanting to know, or not wanting to see, or that kind of thing. and then squelch your own business intuition. Okay? That's what I'm really seeing there around the fear. It's really interesting. All right, so let's see what else we've got for you. Okay, deck choosers number 2. And don't forget, this is all about, it does help because you're used the practical and the spiritual to run your business just like you do to run your life, right? And so all of these things coming in, and the other thing I want to say about aura is make sure when you're clearing up your aura personally and for your business, you are also plugging energy leaks, okay? And that usually helps things run so much better. Right? And then things, it's almost like an energy leak is a fear. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I understand what's going on. And that kind of energy leak just starts to take over things. For some of you, gosh, this keeps coming up. For some of you, it's about people that, your clients or people who are helping you in your business, whether they're contractors or employees. There's some behavior, something that's happening, and you're just like, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. Right? This isn't the time to, as a Cancer, what crab would do, close up the shell. Okay, so we've got here card number 39, our ancient future. Card number 39, our ancient future. You know, there's this, I forgot who said this. I'm so sorry. I forgot who said this. If I can remember, I'll note it. But our ancient future, there's a bunch of different timelines. That's probably the easiest way to put it. And each one of those take us down a different track. If you think about like multiverse kind of stuff, maybe in sci-fi or in like superhero genre, they talk a lot about multiverses. Think about that. And there's this, our ancient future is what we want to do has already been projected and written, right? It always has been. The great life we want has always been there. We just have to choose to get on that timeline, on that path. It's our ancient future. It's a future that's always been there. But it was written a long time ago. It always has been this way. You just got to decide to resonate with it. You've got to decide to align to it. But there's all sorts of ways. In each moment, it splinters off in 1,000 different ways of ways things can be. So which path do you want to align with? Gosh, you have so many choices here. And so pick that ancient future that you actually want and start walking that path. And that's really the thing here. I love that there's so much Piscean kind of balance energy here. I don't know if you can see that with the two fish here at the bottom, the goldfish. It's kind of showing the same thing as our Pisces moon. It's about getting together with the spiritual and practical and making things happen. Right? Tapping into that intuition, actually using it, getting those downloads, and walking the path. Right? These things are just so important. So important. All right, so let's see some practical steps on how we're going to walk this out, right? Yeah, I love to walk things out. Oh, okay. Haven't used this deck. I don't think I've used this deck before, guys. It's Modern Witch deck, I think, or something like that. Oh, I just saw another deck I didn't bring out tonight or today. The Tarot of the Unknown. All right, but this is a Modern Witch deck. So let's see what we got here for some steps for deck number 2. What do we have here for steps for deck number 2? Okay. Oh, okay, nice. Okay. We've got Strength, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, and we've got the 4 of Wands. Okay, so I like the Strength card for many reasons. Because I'm a Leo, that's the reason number 1. But you have the strength to get things done. Sometimes it doesn't feel like, I can't do it, I can't hold a container, I can't hold this knowledge, I can't transmit this knowledge, I can't be seen. Like, all these things can come up. And I invite you to journal all those things out of things that say that you cannot do something. So you can witness it, right? So that you can witness those fears. And then know that you have the strength to do it anyway, because all that is not the truth, right? But those are the things that come up to stop us. Those are the fears that are used to keep us in check. Again, to protect us, but we don't need protecting. Not in the same way we used to, maybe eons ago. But right now, we need to go out in strength and do the thing. In strength and do the thing. With strength, it's Leo. You want to be seen. So lean into that. Look where that is in your natal chart. Where is Leo, right? What house is it? Or maybe what houses is it over? The Three of Pentacles. Like, this is so much. It's so funny. I just want to understand about being seen, because Three of Pentacles in this depiction is all about being seen. Right? About studying and really seeing and knowing yourself. Okay? There's someone drawing someone. It's hard to be seen in the nude. I don't know about you, but that's a real sticky point for some people. Or to see someone else that way, right? It's really seeing and studying and being okay. So it's being okay with the knowledge that you have and sharing that out into the world. So whatever is coming down for you, get seen, get noticed, share. Okay? And then we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, when it is upright, is usually about celebration. But this Four of Wands is reversed. So it's like, I'm all about celebrating the small victories, the small moves. And in this case, I'm getting, it's like, sometimes I want to celebrate prematurely for just doing the base thing, right? They want you to go beyond the base thing. That's the deal. You want to go beyond that base thing and do more and then celebrate. And so, let's say, there we go. This is going to tell us a little bit more. Tells us a whole lot. Let's say the base thing was to put up one call to action a day. So you went on Instagram and you posted in your feed, right? You would probably do more than this. Or maybe the base thing is to let someone know how they're doing in their job in your company, right? Just to acknowledge. Right? Maybe the next step up is to have multiple calls to action going out that day, right? Where you're also making sure that you're going to be on the next summit that someone's hosting or on a podcast. Like, it's really going above and beyond. And then there's these moments of celebration. It's really going to everyone in the company and just really saying, these are things that you're doing that are fantastic. And maybe with a few people, it's say, and also, these are some of the things you can improve on so that these things that you're already good at will take them from good to great. Right? It's just taking it and giving that little extra. And then you can just sit back and go, yeah, I did a good job. Yeah, I'm going to see the growth that I want to see. Right? It's not about just doing the baseline things for you guys. All right, the card that jumped was the Two of Cups. And what I love about the Two of Cups, it reminds me so much of the Lovers. It's really about having those energetics in line. Here we go. Sorry. Those energetics in line. And it is also about the spiritual and the practical, right? Because what it is new ideas, new loves, new whatever comes in. And they have to be seated in the right way in the mind. And then you have to hold that vision, not necessarily in the vision, but hold that energetic frequency to have them manifest into this reality. And that is so much what this Two of Cups is reminding me of right now. You have to have the spiritual part in line, right? Right? You have to hold that energetic frequency. And then there's all these practical steps that need to be taken too. Do not forget the practical steps. Right? It's just as important to do the practical steps as it is to do the energetic management, the spiritual part. Both things need to be done. And that's what that Two of Cups is reminding me of. Both things need to be done. It's not just one or the other. Yeah, you'll get your little muddled results, or not the results that you were looking for, right? If this is what you're doing to pop yourself out of a rut, you're still going to be in the rut. And that's not what we want, is it? We want to pop out of that rut. So that's the big thing I'm seeing there for you right now. I know, like earlier, this deck was singing to me. So let's see what it has for you. Deck choosers number 2. But there's a lot going in here. You get to choose timelines. You're getting some downloads. Moving past fears. Make sure to make that fear list. Let me know that you've done it. Just hit me up in the comments, or you can DM me. And keep bringing into balance the spiritual and the practical. Like I said, start to integrate them. It'll be so much easier. And clean up all the art. Here we go. This is card number 27. The 3rd house of messages. So what is that telling me? Get your communication in order. Right? Get your communication in order. Get your message on point over July. And I think it'll be really easy because there's some messaging coming in for you, right? And you'll be able to get that message more on point. And you'll be able to attract the people that you're wanting to attract. And that messaging can come forth in words, can come forth in graphics, or both, right? Or speeches, or written, or whatever it is. But get your communication on point. The messages that are coming down for you. All right, so let me see if there's anything else. There's not. So let's get on with your mantra. What is your mantra for deck choosers number 2, July 2021? I thought that was going to be it. Let's see what your mantra is. I'm excited to find out what it's going to be. Here we go. Interesting. Releasing anger from the past sets me free in the present. Releasing anger from the past sets me free in the present. So much about not dragging in junk. I love that. And it's interesting with our ancient future. You can always change timelines. I don't know if I said that or not, but you can always change. And sometimes when you change, you do that release. Right? So release anger. Release, and a lot of times when you release anger, you will find that you're releasing fear. Anger, regrets, all those things turn into fears in our present. So when you start releasing anger in the past, you release so many fears in your current time. All right, my loves. With that, I say peace, joy, love to you. All right, deck choosers number 3. This is your business energy reading for July 2021 with this beautiful rose. And I know you're waiting to see what's here. This is going to be what is like the overriding message for everyone who chose deck number 3, and it is cleansing. Energy cleansing creates a healthy and harmonious space in which to thrive. Cleansing. So I'm really excited about this. It's interesting because this theme is coming up over and over again, and it actually really makes sense to have your energy super clean as we go through here. It's a great time to do it with all the Cancerian energy interplaying at this moment toward the beginning of the month. And of course we know that I think it was Chiron going into retrograde, which I talked about at the beginning of the video, where there's going to be even more emotional stuff cropping up. So this is a great time to start clearing and cleansing your energy so you come into all of this very clean. It's not only important for you as an individual, but it's important for you as a business owner, because anything that's going on gets mirrored back to us in our business. So let's have all the good, yummy stuff mirror back to us, right? All right, let's see what else we've got to go with. All right, so if you haven't worked with me before, haven't watched one of my videos, I built the deck as we go along. I've got oracle cards on this side, tarot cards on this side, and we just keep going. So for deck choosers number 3, July 2021 business energy, what do we have for you? There we go. And anything else do we have? I feel like there's like one more card in here for you guys. Hold on, let's see if we can get to it. There we go. All right, so the first card that popped out was Night Wind. Facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. Night Wind. This is beautiful. Like I said, it's cleansing, releasing. Use that energy to really dive in deep. That Cancerian, that moon energy. Look at all the shadows. I love this. Night Wind. Okay, and the other one is The Message. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I'm so sorry. For those of you into numerology, this is card number 23. And The Message. Positive news, positive outcome. Card number 28. I love that. It's kind of like we're coming into this. We're digging deep. You're going to get some great messages. And so we can use those as we build here in July. But the first comes through this cleansing period. So you have the space to bring in the message. Okay? And light everything the F up. Look how lit up this card is. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. What other messages do we have for deck choosers number 3? Well, there we go. Okay. The message we have here, this is card number 28. Gracious receptivity. So makes sense with the message. Gracious receptivity. Basically, what's going on here is you've got to cleanse. Like we talked about, cleansing all the stuff away. We don't want to merit back the stuff we don't want. Then that message will come in. We've got to graciously accept that message. I love, like, guys, it's like this is that point I was talking to my client. She goes, sometimes you just can't make this up. Both of these are card number 28. So look for 28s popping up all the time for you guys. Both of these are card number 28 in these different decks. That is like beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me see if there's any other oracle cards kind of popping over here for me. Yes. Okay. And then I have one more over on this side before we get to maybe some steps. I'll have to see what comes out here for you guys. Let's see what we've got here. What else do we have for deck number 3? July 2021 business energy reading. Oh. Top and bottom. Okay, I'll roll with that. We've got magic. Guys, you know I love magic. So magic has a way of touching the heart and drawing power from the soul. Magic. So I love that. And we've also got compassion. By widening your circle of compassion for all of nature's creatures, your spirit will soar. So I think there's a lot that I think these have to both do with the message that's coming in around magic and compassion. I am very interested in, like, even right now in this moment, what are you feeling? What is coming to your mind? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear about it. Something beautiful coming out. It's been coming out of you, but working itself through you. All right, so what else have we got here for deck choosers number 3? It's like I said, you know, to dig deep in July because you want to have your most potent pieces of knowledge popping out. Remember I said that very back, for you it's not really very far back at the very beginning, but for me it is at the beginning of the video. So really take a look at that. What are those most potent pieces? See what message is coming through you. Distill it down, serve it back up to your divine right clients. But you got to do that with some clean energy. Okay? So let's see what else we have here for you. Here we go. All right, got a little bit of work here. This is card number 41, North Node, Life's Purpose. All right, so you are getting a very potent, powerful message that's going to be coming through you. So feel it through with compassion. Let the magic of it shine. But look at where your North Node is, right? It's probably going to have something to do with that. Their North Node is in your natal chart, so definitely look at there. You can also look at in your progress chart if you haven't done that. And if I just said wonk, 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 wonk to you, it's okay. Hit me up in the comments or DM me, and I'll help you get on the right track with that. All right, let's get some steps here for deck choosers number 3. Who wants to help me with these steps? This one. Yeah, there's a lot coming through this month for you guys. I'm excited. Always excited when there's messages coming. And especially that one is so lit up. So it's going to be something that you're going to dig so deep for. And when it comes up, it's going to be so powerful. So let's see what we got. Oh, it's going to feel very new. I'm seeing that. Like, I don't know if you could see the definition on this card. I'm going to hold it up for you. It's going to be so powerful. It's almost like a rebirth or a birthing. It's beautiful. Almost like a phoenix coming up from its ashes. That kind of rebirthing. Okay. Let's see what we got here for stats. Okay. So we got a lot of interesting stuff coming up here. We've got the Knight of Swords reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Three of Cups reversed. You know, like reversals, I know so many people, let me get it this way so you'll get to see. So many people get freaked out by reversals. It's not about that. So I like the Knight of Swords when it's reversed because it means you're not charging in, you're actually leaning back and taking things in. You're not just kind of going in guns blazing, so to speak. That's why I love seeing the Knight of Swords reversed. There's times where we need to just go in full force, but this means you're actually taking the time, taking in information, gracious receptivity, and learning what needs to be known. So I love that. King of Pentacles, it means there's a little pause there. What I'm feeling right now is it's like almost not a huge delay in July, but a pause because the information's coming, right? The information's downloading in. So other things, it's not like an explosive month for finance and like cause for like reckless celebration. It's like, I just made the most I've ever made in my life. It's more of like things are running. I almost want to say they're humming. They're humming. So there might be an uptick. It might just be the same. They're humming. And that humming's happening because of the message that's coming through, right? Or you might find that you're already just in that humming mode. Once that message comes through, that's when things can begin to change. Yeah. So we've got the Queen of Cups here reversed, the Page of Wands, the heralding of the new thing, and the Ace of Cups reversed. It's interesting. All right, so the Queen of Wands here, usually it has to do with emotions, intuition. And so I really want you to be mindful about using your intuition at this time, right? That's part of that gracious receptivity with the message coming in. And then once it comes, right, with the Page of Swords, you can really start getting that message out. The energy is going to be there. And it's not going to feel so draining, right? I'm getting here like, it's almost like this, an emotional drain, emotional turnover. It's like a spiritual, like, so make sure you've done that cleansing so it doesn't weigh so much on you, but it's still going to be there, right? Because we know the end of the month, some stuff is going to come up. I think it's toward the end of the month. That stuff is going to come up. And so, but you're ready for it because you're running with clean energy. And that's why the pages are and can take you going forward, even through this time. I want to get a little bit more clarity on that. Let me see what I've got here with the stack. A little bit more clarity for deck choosers number 3, July 2021 on these steps. It's definitely take your time taking in the message, taking in that information, being super open. That is stuff I'm getting. There's going to be some emotional stuff that's going to come up. But we kind of knew that with the overall energy going on. Wow. That was a lot. Okay, come on. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay, we've got, wow, the 9 and 10 of Swords upright. So yeah, there's going to be some, now I understand this a little bit better. There's going to be this time, you are definitely gonna have some hard times. I usually have like the happiest messages, but it's gonna be almost like it's a little difficult. Like, can I give this message out? Will people believe me? It's kind of like, are you sure that I'm the one to deliver this information? Yes, you are the one. That's why it was given to you, right? That's what this is kind of telling me, the concern. Am I really the one? You do have the wisdom and the ability to get it out there, but there's that doubt in that ability to get the message out, which means ego death coming. That's what this is, ego death coming. That part of your ego that says, I don't know how, I'm afraid, all of those things. I want you, I love how these came back up here, right? I want you to have not only compassion for others and people around you and animals and the environment, have compassion for you. Have compassion for you as you do this cleansing, as this message comes and works its way through you. And tap into the power of your soul. That's what's going to get you through this, right? The energy is there for you. The page is like, hey, I got the energy, right? So that you can spark and move ahead. But you will have a little bit to go through. And it's going to be so important for your energy to be clean. Right? The cleaner it is, the easier it is to walk through these steps. Right? The easier it's going to be to walk through those steps. The more weird energetic attachments you have to things, places where you haven't called back, the parts of you just kind of let flitter out. We all do it all day long. Right? We give away parts of our energy to other people and don't call them back in and cleanse them as they're coming back in. The more those things are still out there, this part will be more of a struggle. Okay, and then again, it mirrors back in our business. Remember, we want good things to mirror back to us, which means we do our inner work to make sure that happens. Okay? What else? What else? What else? No. Yes. Okay. What else do we have here for deck choosers number 3? What else do we have for deck choosers number 3? Right? It's really just do the work. Do that inner work, guys. The message is coming through. Know the message is meant for you to bring forth into the world. Okay? There you go. For deck choosers number 3, we got a couple of things. We've got, love it, hold your vision, fixed moon. Right? Once it comes, you got to hold on to it and deliver. Right? And we've got you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. You are. That's why that vision was given to you. That's why you're bringing it forth. Know that you're good enough. It's going to make all the difference. All the difference. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Let's do your mantra. Yeah, let's do your mantra, deck choosers number 3. That's some heavy stuff we just discussed, is it not? That's some heavy stuff. You're going to be looking at your life's purpose, right? That's coming in with this message. You've got to use gracious receptivity so you can really receive what's going on. But even before all that, you got to face your fears. You got to clear stuff out. You got to clear it out. You got to deal with all those energy leaks, right? So that you're going to be able to hold the vision because you are good enough. Don't get fooled when that comes along and you hear those voices. We all hear those voices. That we're not good enough, that you don't know how, you'll never make it happen, da da da. Everyone hears those voices. It's just, how resilient are you against those voices? Really? That's what it is. All right, so let's get that mantra for you guys. And by the way, even here, it's like there might be a slowdown. I'm a slowdown, but like just humming along, maybe a minor uptick in income. It doesn't have to be that way. It gets to be the way that you want it to be. Right? It gets to be the way that you want it to be. So if you want an explosive month, you can have an explosive month. But the question is, or the thing is, do the work now so you can have that explosive month. And let that message come through very clean and clear, and then get out there and share it. Because you are enough, and it is your vision. Hold to it and share it. All right, so the mantra for you guys. Again, take this, put it up everywhere, all around the house, all around the office. The key to getting what I want is to ask for it. The key to getting what I want is to ask for it. Can't think of anything better here. It's coming through. Let that message come through you and work through you and get it out there. And any assistance that you need, ask for it. It's there. Everything you need is there and waiting for you to pick up and use it. All right, deck choosers number 3, I love your July reading. And with that, I say peace, joy, love to you.